Good morning. Welcome to this morning's morning call from Colin Sari Statham Investments. So it is Wednesday. It is the 3rd of July, the day before the election, and markets this morning are called higher in London. So we've got the FTSE 100 heading up about 30 points and similar movements in the DAX and the CAC, 0.3, 0.4 respectively there. Overnight, we saw a positive movement in Hong Kong. Hang Seng was up about 1.2%. Japan also higher, up about 1%. Australia pretty flat. And the Dow Jones closed up about 0.4%. S&P closed up about 0.6%. And NASDAQ led the US markets, rising by about 0.8%. So the NASDAQ composite back above 18,000 again this morning, led in large part by Tesla, which surged yesterday on better than expected deliveries. So the pound is a little bit higher against the dollar. That's 1.26. I mean, it's been in that range for a little while. Gold slightly lower this morning, down at $2,322 an ounce. Also, Brent crude heading a little bit lower, sitting at $86.65 a barrel. Fairly busy news in terms of news flow. So not so much from the UK, but plenty from the US, plenty from Europe. So we have Eurozone composite PMI at 10 a.m. We have the central governor, Philip Lane, speaking. We've got the French budget balance. We've got French composite PMI, German composite PMI, Ireland PMI, Irish unemployment, Italy new car registrations, Italy PMI, and data coming out of Spain, PMI data from Spain as well. In the US, we have, this is going to be around about 1:30, the initial jobless claims, the US trade balance, US composite PMI, US factory orders, US ISM. So plenty to sink your teeth into a little bit later. In terms of news coming over from yesterday, so China's service economy continued to expand into the end of the second quarter, supported by rising new and export business. That's what the data showed. The business activity index posted a 51.2 in June, which is down from 54 in May, which essentially signals continued expansion. Japanese service sector, however, stalled, coming in at 49.4. And in terms of tomorrow, so the latest poll shows that Labour is 99% certain to secure more seats than it won in the landslide victory in 97. So the latest poll predicts 484 out of a total of 650 seats, which would be unprecedented in modern British history. So we shall see. US Federal Reserve has made, it says in quotes, quite a bit of progress in its fight against rising prices. So Fed Chair Jerome Powell seems to be flipping a little bit in his commentary. So that's one of the drivers this morning in terms of increased hopes of an interest rate cut in the US. And finally, a judge has postponed the Trump sentencing for covering up hush money payments. That's going to be until September the 18th. That's in light of the Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. In terms of company news, not a lot from overseas this morning, so I'll concentrate on London news. But a major Australian coal mine is battling an underground fire, and that mine happens to be owned by Anglo American. So potentially see a little bit of movement there. In terms of news flow for London, not a great deal of results today. We sort of start to build up head of steam soon, but today Active Ops, Baltic Classified, Tops Tiles. Let's take a look Topps Tiles. So it is just a Q3 trading update for Topps Tiles, and the not a lot to it, in fairness. For the 39-week period ending 29th of June 24, they said the period was broadly unchanged from that described in the group's interim results. Group sales in the third quarter were 6.9% lower year on year, and in the 39 period, group sales were 6.2% lower than the prior year. In terms of upgrades, downgrades from other brokers, so Drax has had their price target increased by Barclays from 1060 to 1190. Berenberg have cut Direct Line from 215 to 220. That's a hold. And oh, by the way, Drax was an overweight. JP Morgan have raised Rio Tinto to 66.50, overweight. That's from 66.10. JD Sports, Goldman's have cut JD Sport target to 165, still a buy. But Barclays have reduced their price target to 110, and they are underweight. Plenty of buybacks going on at the moment. I'm not going to go into them all, but there is a lot of activity in UK markets with regards to buybacks at the moment. JP Morgan have raised Antofagasta from 17 to 18.50. JP Morgan have raised NatWest to 370 from 350. Citigroup raises Diageo to a buy. It's an upgrade, £30 price target. JP Morgan have raised Lloyds to 54 pence from 50. They're actually underweight on that one. Croda gets an upgrade from UBS, target price of 55, down slightly from 57, but they are still a buy. EasyJet gets a trim to their price target from JP Morgan, so overweight still, but they've trimmed it down from 670 to 640. And last but not least, Hochschild Gold Mining Company has an adjustment to the price target by JP Morgan from 260 to 250, who remain overweight. So that is pretty much all for today. Hope you have a good day. Enjoy your days in the market if you're going to be active. If there's anything that you want to find out more about from us, then get in touch. You can drop us an email, you can give us a call. And if not, we look forward to you tuning in to these videos next time. See you soon.